I think one of the things that I got from today's discussion is that this really needs to work. We need to find solutions that work for people on the ground as well as people in the government, and that we need to figure out how to make the government more affordable and yet make conservation initiatives really a thriving part of the solution. It's so important when we're talking about conservation on the ground to actually bring in the visionaries who live and manage the working landscapes. If they're not part of the visioning process, you can't count on them to be part of the solution. And so if we don't bring in, especially in rural areas, those community values where they embrace all the needs of that particular community and the people who live there and the landowners who manage the land, then we're not going to find truly business-centered solutions. Well, we definitely need to find ways that cut across this partisan rancor. And we need to find that voice that shows the true entrepreneurial spirit that we know that is part of America today and that we can celebrate. And that's part of what we're trying to do with the Conservation Leadership Council, is find those initiatives, celebrate them, make sure that everybody else becomes aware of them, and see if we can't find a way to reproduce the success that we're already finding and find the new policy solutions that will help move us down the road. I think there was a very deliberate process that went into selecting a really diverse group of people from a lot of different backgrounds that could bring a lot of important perspective to this conversation, and that includes agriculture, past federal government experience, natural resources, mineral initiatives. If we're going to talk about the landscape today in this country and how to find the proactive entrepreneurial business decisions that can support conservation, we're going to have all the voices at the table, and I think the council really does that. Part of my main motivation for wanting to be part of this effort by the Conservation Leadership Partnership was because I saw a goal of trying to find positive, proactive answers for the natural resource community and draw in conservative voices that I think have really felt disenfranchised in this conversation. And I think that's very encouraging, and if we can find a way to use that to bridge the gap, to get past the sort of the partisan politics that seem to surround these issues, then I think we have a real chance at finding some efforts that we can succeed in.